Creating Space for Black Peace. This was a beautiful film. I think it was really important starting out in more of a mindfulness space to invite the viewer in and set the intention for how this piece was going to evolve. And I think that really permeated that sense of empathy and community, and a hopefulness was permeating the piece. And I really appreciated the wide array of subjects and individuals. And it felt like a very holistic approach coming from so many different angles, from the mindfulness, from a historical aspect, from mental health, from the arts community, and psychology, and almost like an anthropological lens as well. And I really appreciated hearing these different facets interwoven into how the space can be created for ultimately a brighter future. But really good pacing, really organic flow to it, and a really strong call to action carrying us through and driving that momentum of the piece.
Grounded. Oh, wow. This was a beautiful film. It was a beautiful film. It was an inspiring film, but it was also really educational as well. I think just something important for everybody to watch. Not only about talking about Juneteenth, which again, highly important, and yes, it should be celebrated, but also talking about the arts and how they heal, and some of the statistics that were happening in the interviews. I mean, those numbers were just staggering. And our youth being able to express themselves in creativity, but also heal with the arts and heal from past trauma. That's with everybody. We all heal through creative arts, and it's kind of what makes them so important. But I think the filmmakers did such an amazing job with this, because the interviews were amazing. They were so powerful. A lot of them, like listening to everyone speak on just different topics. Some of it was just really, really heartbreaking, and I understand it. You know, I didn't live through a lot of this stuff, but I can empathize. And I can say, yeah, there needs to be change. Great job.
This film has a very powerful message. I think when people focus on mental health, it can help them in such profound ways. I didn't know that the suicide rates were so high within the Black community, or that there was such a struggle with mental illness. I think that alone will make this a powerful documentary for awareness, and it should probably be shown throughout film festivals and throughout community centers and schools and things like that, because it is something that needs to be advocated for, because the help is out there, as this film shows, and there are avenues to get the help for mental health, for mental illnesses, whether it's through art or spirituality or community, that the help is out there. And this film showed that. It showed through experts and through witness testimony the different types of help that people have found, and how they've lifted themselves up to become better people. And that way they find peace within their souls. And I think that's all we ask for a lot of people. And it's not for the community, but for yourself to be happy. And this is what this film really shows. And I think it could do a lot of good, especially for the upcoming generation, to watch this film. That way they'll know that there is help out there. There are better choices than taking their own lives. And a film like this to be shown around schools, like high schools and middle schools, would actually tell kids that there is help. And it would be a powerful film just for them to see that for mental help, that just by saying, I need help, that there is a different solution than violence and self-harm and different forms of aggression, to just know that there is a path to peace through a community. And this is what that film really shows, and that there is a way to get grounded and find that peace. This is just such a powerful documentary, and it does open that conversation that I think is needed, because it's something that a lot of people aren't aware of within the Black community, and it brings that conversation to the forefront. So hopefully the path to the future is a lot brighter.
Grounding, creating space for Black peace really shows that we need to be providing reparations and making movements towards initiatives to heal and give space for our members in our Black community. Here we have this just really relaxing, taking a moment to not only sit with yourself and have this state of calmness, which is ultimately what we want to be providing to this community, right? You know, sort of getting received to that as an audience member in such a way that is delicate, that we get to see this experience of what these people truly hope for, not only for themselves and for each other, but beyond that. And it's a really beautiful piece to see everybody sort of come together and do the work. And, you know, just seeking peace is just one of many parts that it comes to the healing journey. And being able to have these resources accessible and available for the Black community is just an absolute must and need in today's world.